My flesh moves, my liquid, my liquid, my liquid, my liquid, my liquid, my liquid. My mind is cut loose, cut loose, cut loose.
Welcome back. Welcome back. This is part 2 of my Sovereign Letters Patent series. Be warned, there's a fungus among us. I brought water. I stand in my sovereign capacity. I'm wearing my family coat of arms. The 12 angles of the zodiac, the inner 4 angles of the sun, moon, Venus, and Mars, the earth, which is the garden planet, and here the people are. And I am one of the people. So, I'm also operating in my office as sovereign minister within administrative agencies within the Sovereign Symposium Incorporated Confederation of Law. By strict necessity, I mention my brother's name, Johnson King Ing, who has gone missing. He does have a copyright claim on his name. As a sovereign minister, I exercise my sovereign necessity to bring him up into this conversation because there's answers. I want to know where he is. And I don't want to know about his claims. By direct conversion, for the purpose of constructive conversion, I, the living man, am exercising my sovereign power as the people to establish justice and secure a more perfect union. Operate YouTube channel Forrest Walker, copyrighted, as a transmitting utility to establish on the public record a notification, a signal, and a digital public record of the pertinent facts relating to my intestate succession expectancy reversion that shall run with the land and his heirs through the laws of descent and distribution, and whose covenant is habendum. Oh, hi, this is Loon. He's my golden dragon. He's my service dragon because he does help me with this insane world. But we're bringing sanity to this world. Praise all that's good. Upon the discovery of the dead baby scam and the fraudulent nature, the de facto government masquerading as the legitimate government of the people, engaged in conscious parallelism, and furthermore, the violations of the sacred trusts and the plunder of the assets of the people, and the malicious persecution of my good name and my ancient and honorable bloodlines. 44 years of deception, surreptitious actions, invasions of my person and upon my body, and even onto the deprivation of my internal revenue and the attempted corruption of my blood. The actions of the Jesuit order to eradicate my bloodline and to cause ultimate failure of issue, I am at such great disadvantage that all the powers of law surround me as a reasonable necessity and a strict necessity. I, Forrest Walker, who was born Kevin Christopher Fitzpatrick, who then was raised as Kevin Christopher Raymond, all of which is true. So I am Kevin Christopher Raymond Nee Fitzpatrick. That's my name. It's not who I am. We don't know who I am. We don't know who we are. But that's what I'm going by, what I was named. I'm going by Forrest Walker. Please use that unless you're an intimate companion of mine or a family member. Or know me from my childhood. Okay. I am at such great disadvantage that all the powers of law surround me as a reasonable necessity and a strict necessity. I place upon the public record my testimony. I have no moneys of real value, nor do I have colorable debtor notes to record my gifted name to the land and soil of my birthright county and state. Again, my birthright county, King County, baby. That's right. Nor am I left with monies to pay for a notary public in your jurisdiction, your maritime jurisdiction. These last few steps I must take to correct the record right here and right now, which is to say, acknowledgance, acceptance, and deed of reconveyance of my good name, certificate of assumed name, the act of expatriation of all my names, cancellation, expatriation from the jurisdiction of the sea, the territorial government, the municipal government, the corporate government that thought I was a person and mislabeled me as a vessel and has been trading me on the open market. For, why don't you come and tell the story? Get real. Cancellation of all prior powers of attorney, Foreign Sovereign Immunities Act, paramount claim of the life and the estate of Raymond and the Fitzpatrick. And I didn't say this earlier, the Fitzpatricks were once called the McPhaedrick clan. They were the high kings of the Ossory in Central Ireland, or in Ireland, and they were one of the great holdouts against Patrick, St. Patrick. And he eventually defeated them and renamed the McPhaedrick clan the Fitzpatricks, which was meant dogs of Patrick, is basically what it was to mean. It was a slur, but I wear it proudly. I mean, I'm proud to be Irish for sure. And the Fitzpatrick name is a beautiful name, and I'm happy to bear it, but I wanted to clear that up too. So I have the high kings of the Ossory on my mother's side, and I have the uncrowned kings of southern France because they would refuse to be crowned, but yet the people would keep electing them to leadership. They would just make them the count or the lord because I believe my people are good people and we care and we did right. And you can study the histories and you can see that there was a representative government in the 12th century in Aquitaine, in Toulouse. I realize that paper records create a solid public record, and I am willing to fulfill my constitutional pledge to establish justice and to secure the blessings of liberty, of sovereignty for myself and my posterity. I was going to say liberty, but it's kind of one of those words, but in the highest sense, it just means freedom, which means sovereignty. So I've changed liberty, which is in the Constitution, with sovereignty in this particular situation. So, to secure the blessings of liberty for myself and my posterity, I have found a legitimate assembly of American state citizens operating the organic government of the United States of America. Yeah. I have requested assistance from the members of my state assembly, Washington, because I'm a native-born Washingtonian. Either my pleas have not been perceived in the manner and substance that the pleas were sent, or they, like me, have endured a lifetime of persecutions, and their resources have been utterly exhausted, as mine have also. Or they are so infected with the nauseous attitude of pull yourself up by your bootstraps that they are unable to perceive the genuine need I have for legitimate assistance as a holder in due course. That said, the constitutional sheriff on King County sent a donation to a third party who has assisted me with appropriate forms, as the systems of the de facto jurisdictions have created are replete with gobbledygook and legalese, technical jargon, and dog Latin. So it is a just and fair consideration that a paralawful would avail himself to assist me, and a sure sign of reconstruction getting back on track, where a constitutional sheriff provides the necessary monies for a native-born Washington man to come home to the land and the soil. Ha ha! Please remember the maxim of law. it is according to nature that the advantages in any matter should come to the person to whom the disadvantages will attend. So let's go back over the, so 800 years ago, on my father's side, my family was destroyed, declared heretics, and the Jesuit order took blood oaths to hunt down heretics and rid them from the face of the earth. So they've been active in my life and created many disadvantages for me. What I want to make very clear, therefore, I'm coming from a sound, rational mind and in a spirit of brotherhood. 44 years from the date of the crime committed against this living man and all the subsequent surreptitious conspiring and immortizations of my internal revenue and my good name and the active conscious parallelism of state actors and secret societies surrounding me, conspiring, and I didn't know them from Adam, genuinely believing some of them were good friends. Plus all the mind control programs I was jettisoned through, a Phoenix program at the Oregon Department of Corrections, CEC, Phoenix program, Oregon State Hospital, conscious parallelism to the max, where doctors and patients are cooperating, they're members of the secret society, they're members of families. This needs to be investigated. It's a wicked institution. Then Marion County Jail is a wicked institution. It is grossly inhumane. State actors, secret societies, plus all the mind control programs I was jettisoned through. The mystery that is here and now manifesting as I feel, as me, as this being right here, this mystery, feel no further need to delay my coming home. Here and now, on the record, my living testimony is placed. I have every intention, and I retain the right to change my mind or the wording of the following statements. I have every intention to follow through with these papers that are meant to be submitted to the record, but I just don't have the cash to do it. Wonder why. And my family, unfortunately, doesn't even understand any of this, so it's kind of hard to ask for help when they just don't understand it. Being that I have endured, and I have asked for help, being that I have endured lifetimes of deprivations and distresses in this body in this lifetime, by operation of law, I here and now am changing the record. Right now. This is going to do it. I'm changing the record. I'll go ahead and send those in. Don't worry. They're coming. But this is doing it right now. The Vatican's hearing rumblings. Open the vaults, man. You've stolen the knowledge and the wisdom of countless civilizations. Give it back. Tell us who we are. Let the people know who they are. I'm glad I found out who I am. Praise Jah. Whatever that means. As a source of, or for the most good that could mean. As a source of creation in me and nature's God, as I understand nature's God, I lay this burden on the inferior jurisdictions as a living man manifesting in the flesh from a mystery so far and wide, so deep and high, that my own minds fall down into pools of incomprehensible and unutterable bliss as I approach that thing that is beyond that. My words can only take me so far. So, let me lay some disclaimers on the record real quick here. I've got a minute or so. This comes out of a law dictionary. This is what one of the persons who wrote the dictionary wrote, and this is how I feel about what I'm laying on the record. If I have either omitted any hard word within my circuit or set it down not expounded, I give you good leave to impute the one to my negligence, the other to mine ignorance, and so commend these my pains to your best profit, and you unto God. To those who are aware of the difficulties, this speaker deems it unnecessary to make any apology for the imperfections which may be found in this record. This speaker's object has been to be useful. If that has been accomplished in any degree, the speaker is amply rewarded for his labor, and he relies upon the generous liberality of the members of the profession to overlook, and the jural assembly, to overlook the errors which may have been committed to his endeavors to serve them. Yay! Love you all.